Welcome to Storytimer at Large. Mary Caldwell and Edward Mitchell. Mary Caldwell was 17 and her boyfriend Edward Mitchell was 19. They had gone out on a date on November 9th, 1963, to a drive-in movie. After the movie, it seems they drove to an isolated area for some privacy. Mary Catherine Caldwell was born July 24th, 1946. She was a lifelong Toledo resident. She was a senior at Rogers High School. Edward L. Mitchell was born in December of 1944. He graduated from Mount Vernon Academy in Mount Vernon, Ohio. The couple were murdered in the early morning hours of November 10th, 1963. Edward Mitchell was shot multiple times, and Mary Caldwell suffered multiple skull fractures. The car that they were in was also set on fire. About 390 feet from the car, there was evidence of a violent struggle. There were large bloodstains and drag marks leading from there back toward the car. Police at the time theorized that Edward had initially escaped the car and tried to run. It seems that he was shot then while trying to flee and was dragged back to the car. The caliber of the weapon was not mentioned in any of the articles that I could find. The killer took the time to siphon fuel out of the gas tank and used a hubcap to splash gasoline inside the car before setting it on fire. It seems that he is very comfortable in that area. He's confident that no one heard the gunshots. He might have lived nearby, I think. 3 young men who set out to do some target shooting the following day discovered the murder scene in this isolated area off Angola Road near Centennial Road. That area might have been isolated in 1963, but many houses have been built there since. No one called the fire department, and it seems logical then that no one saw the fire late at night in what was then a remote area. Edward Mitchell was an assistant administrator at a religious organization. Mary Caldwell was a student. They each deserved long lives free from violence. But someone in Toledo, in the Toledo area, did not agree. So this is a strange murder, in my opinion. But you do see a lot of, in the 60s, a lot of attacks on people in like Lover's Lane areas. They're in an isolated area. They may be romantically involved, and there's people out there who want to attack people like that, people who are young and in love. So and the fact that they were burnt too. To me, this seems like maybe it could be possibly someone who was very religiously minded and felt that these kids were doing wrong. It's very strange. And then also, this is someone with like some knowledge and skills about siphoning gas. This is someone who knew how to siphon gas. This is someone who thought, oh, well, I can pull a hubcap off and use that like a bowl to catch gasoline and then splash it into the car. And what were they using to siphon the gas? You usually need a hose. Did that person bring a length of hose with them? Had they planned this? This is a very strange murder. If you have any information about this case, maybe over the years you've heard gossip. Maybe over the years, you've heard of someone who may have been guilty or maybe implicated in some way in this case. If you have any information, please call the Lucas County Sheriff's Office at 419-255-8443. Rest in peace, Mary Caldwell and Edward Mitchell.